And we're back with the RV Rundown. I'm your host, Barry, and I'm super excited because today we have something that's a little bit different, and every time I look at it, I find something new and cool. It's the Sonic X from Venture RV. Specifically, this is the 220VRBX, and it's loaded with cool features. Let's check it out. So I want to do something a little bit different today in the sense that I want to start on the outside of the unit instead of the inside, because this has a lot of cool features out here. Up at the tongue jack, we've got an electric lift. Now the thing that's over it, this frame, is called the jacket. And it's part of their extreme cargo package. They've gone ahead and pre-installed the jacket bike rack. Now we don't have the bike accessory put in on top. It's boxed up for whoever the new owner is going to be. But it simply plugs in and it can hold 2 bicycles. In addition to that, we have a nice big cover for our propane tanks and protecting them going down the road. We have a rock guard down low, and then up high you'll notice that we have an LED light bar. As a matter of fact, there are 2 of those on this unit to fully light up your area whenever you land in your off-grid camping spot. And I say off-grid because this vehicle is totally capable of just completely disappearing into the wilderness without hookups. And there's a lot of reasons for that. We'll get into that in just a second, but we're going to continue with its kind of off-road-esque capabilities and features as we move around the side. Notice down low we have this tubular steel that runs 360 degrees around the camper. It's a brush guard, it's a sacrificial piece. It's going to deflect anything you may come across going down the road, down the trail. This thing does have pass-through storage. We have insulated baggage doors with slam latches and magnetic catches for ease of use. Inside, you'll see it's LED lit, and we can kind of see all the way clear to the other side of that compartment. You can see it's nice and big, plenty of room for hauling all kinds of accessories. Right now, we've got the top part of that jacket rack in there. Down low, this is supported and stabilized by 4 electric jacks that run down at each corner. They run down at the touch of a button. The buttons are located on the outside. We'll get to that in just a second. And right here at our door, we have the step above entry stairs. So these fold out, they have adjustable legs for uneven terrain and provide a nice solid entryway getting in and out of the camper. Big grab handle and pretty standard camper amenities out here otherwise. So the electric awning that's LED lit, we've got outside marine grade speakers, we've got our plugs, we've got all the things that we would think of that we would normally see on a lot of travel trailers on the market today. However, this has something going on right here at the wheel well that you don't commonly see, and that's BAL independent suspension, which is going to give this a super smooth ride. It's going to tackle obstacles, bumps, and lumps going down the road like nobody's business. They're quite stout, and they're painted in this kind of awesome red, which really highlights the cool suspension system that they've invested in going into this cool little Sonic X. Now, normally, where we would see like an outside kitchen back here at the back of the unit, we've got something completely different happening. Let me get it unlatched for you. Inside, we have our Go Power power management system for the solar array that's on the roof. Now what we've got going on is 2 lithium batteries, 2,000 watt inverter with a 100 amp charger, and that's tied back to multiple solar panels that are up on a roof. And between those things, this can live off-grid for quite some time. It gives us the ability to run things like that low-profile air conditioner that's up on the top, as well as all of our plugs inside, especially all of our LED lighting and 12-volt systems. Those are going to be easy to run going down the road. They've given us other spots. We have the ability to hook up a TV out here. There's some little organizational spots here. But the thing that I think is really neat, just contributing more to that off-grid sense and sensibility of this unit, is this Nomad system. Let me pull this out so we can get a better look at it. The Nomad is great because it allows us to take water from any water source, purify it, and run it into the camper. It's pretty simple and easy to work. We have an in line, an out water line, and what happens is it sucks in water from our water source, runs up through the pump, through a double filtration system, and then out and back into wherever we choose to hook it up. Now, our camper here, the Sonic X, is equipped with a 78-gallon freshwater tank, so we can fill that up, top it off as we need to, and then put this away so it's not out all the time. It's conveniently powered by a 12-volt plug-in system. They've actually given us a couple of tabs inside the camper to clamp off to, so that we can run power to this very easily anywhere we're at. Now, the Nomad system is not terribly heavy, so when we're done with it, we can simply stash it away. Now, also on this side of the camper, we have control over all of our jack legs. They've kind of put everything conveniently on the door side. We've got 4 switches here to run our power legs up and down and stabilize the camper no matter where we're at. There's even dual propane out quick connects down here for gas appliances like griddles or grills. At the rear of the camper, we've got a couple of cool things going on. They've given us more of that extreme storage, so we've got a rack system here that can drop out. It can hold up to 250 pounds. Instead of the standard square tube bumper, we've got that big tubular steel brush guard style bumper back here. We are prepped for a backup camera should you choose to install that aftermarket. And there's another light bar here in the back for illuminating the rest of your campsite. So between the light bar on the back, the light bar up front, and the LED lights on the awning, this thing can have basically 180 degrees of light around your campsite. I think that's pretty cool. There's also access to our shower and our water imports back here, as well as the black tank flush. At the rear off-door side, we got a few things going on. We have access to our water heater, conveniently located at the back of the bathroom. Down low, you'll see that we can drain our tanks. All of our pulls are right there for hooking up to sewage. And of course, if we want to run shoreline power in, we have the ability to. We have a 30 amp plug right here at the side of the camper. Now that we've seen kind of the features on the exterior, let's hop inside and check out some of the things that are going on there. Inside, the Sonic seems to share a lot with its other Sonic brethren. The X really isn't that different on the interior, except for maybe 1 or 2 little things here and there. Now, this is the 220 VRB model, so it's a rear bath model with a Murphy bed. They did that to save space. Our couch is pretty simply, it lays flat. We unhook the latch back here. All that lays down and it reveals our main bed. We've got closets on either side for storage. There's even a nice shelf system up above, and there's a privacy screen on a track that rolls out in case you do happen to have guests. The dinette in here is on a slide, which I think is great because it really opens up the floor space in front of it. It's awesome because it's U-shaped, it's very large, it can host quite a few folks, but more importantly, this table can pop off of its stands, drop down, and our cushions slide out in its place to give us an extra bed in here. That means that we can sleep 4 people here with relative ease. The kitchen is relatively fully equipped for a small travel trailer. We have a 3-burner stove with an oven below, microwave up high, a big single basin stainless steel sink with a cover, and that's going to basically extend our counter space much like this glass cover on our stovetop does. And speaking of our counter space, this is a solid surface countertop. That's a really nice thing to have in such a small unit. Storage all the way around in the form of cabinetry, down low in drawers, and then our 12-volt refrigerator is right here at the end. It has a nice big refrigeration compartment and a freezer compartment up high. It's a very well-designed unit. All in all, everything's very accessible. Behind me, we have the entertainment center up high, which this TV is on a swivel so it can pull out and point into different directions. We've got a head unit for playing DVDs or tuning into the radio or Bluetoothing in, whatever you want it for music. And then storage. We've got some shelving down low. We've got some nice deep pantry storage right here in the back. And that leads us into the bathroom. The bathroom continues to feature some of the things we've seen earlier in the camper. We have solid surface countertops, a stainless steel single basin sink. There's a medicine cabinet up high. We've got a glass enclosure corner shower with a skylight up above to give our tall folks extra room. Our tank monitors are here in the bathroom as well. We even have the ability to flip on a water tank heater back here by simply just flipping the switch on the wall. And our Go Power solar monitor system is on the wall back here as well, since it is tied into the closet that's outside on the other side of the bathroom. This is just a great way for us to monitor our systems from inside. We talked about storage. This thing certainly doesn't lack in it. Using the space on the other side of that outside area that encapsulates all of our power, we have a big empty spot where we've got hanging rack storage as well as a locking safe. Now, to call it a safe in the traditional sense, it's not exactly like a fire safe, but it can hold guns, rifles, fishing rods, things of that nature, and it certainly does lock up, and it's made of metal, so it's going to keep prying hands out. I think it's a really neat addition. You tell me what you guys think in the comments. Now, before we finish this thing up, I do want to show you what this looks like with the slide closed in case you have to make a quick pit stop. They've hidden the controls for it right here behind this nifty little concealed panel on the end of the cabinetry right by our entry door. As a matter of fact, we have instant access to flipping on ceiling lights, running the awning in and out, as well as our slide room controls, and we can see what's going on with that nifty inverter back there as well, which means we can monitor power from here too. Let's run that slide in and see what's accessible. And there it is. So as you can see with the slide in, I can easily come up into my entryway. I can kind of squeeze by this and get to the bathroom, the pantry, the kitchen, and the fridge. I could easily just pull this table up and off to make that access even easier. So really, for a quick pit stop, this thing's not too bad. I kind of like the layout of it. Now, let's pop outside and wrap this thing up. The Sonic X is definitely a ruggedly built little camper. It's meant for adventure, and it has a niche set of end users for sure based on the features that are on board, but I can see this being a valuable thing to all kinds of different campers on the market today. It's one of those that you really do have to see for yourself in person, and you can at Southern RV in McDonough, Georgia, at least while we've got this one in stock. And you guys, if you like this content, please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out, and it keeps you informed of all the latest and greatest RV stuff that's out there. So until next time, happy camping.